This case is more than just an investigation. It's the harsh reality of a dangerous predator whose identity was clouded by darkness, but linked by his own DNA to another crime thousands of miles away. The presence of a killer shadow that seems to reach beyond borders. A chilling reminder that sometimes the most terrifying threats are the ones we never see coming. This was not an accidental death, and she did not go willingly. Rachel Morin was last seen alive when she went for a walk on a Bel Air nature trail where her car was spotted at the entrance of the trail, but she was nowhere to be found, and eventually reported missing by her boyfriend. Then, the following day, the Harford County Sheriff's Office announced the missing person case had turned into a homicide investigation, after a volunteer searcher found her body along the trail. So, the police continued asking anyone who visited the trail that day and anyone living near the trailhead with security cameras outside their homes to review their photos and video in case they saw anything suspicious. Then, Maryland State Police analyzed DNA left behind at the crime scene and ran it through the CODIS database, which returned a match for an unidentified man suspected of invading a Los Angeles home that involved a woman and a 9-year-old girl who were assaulted. Then, on August 17th, the Sheriff's Office released security footage from the LA crime showing the suspect shirtless leaving the home, and after obtaining his DNA, investigators even traveled to El Salvador looking for him. But it wasn't until February 2024 that the Sheriff's Office released a sketch of the suspect, and not only was he a fugitive in Maryland, he was also on an ICE hold after illegally entering the U.S. in February 2023 after being suspected of another murder in El Salvador. And after 10 months, the Harford County Sheriff's Office announced that a suspect in the case is in custody. Victor Antonio Martinez-Hernandez was arrested on June 14th in Tulsa, Oklahoma at a bar drinking beer as if he was actually a normal human. 5 young children will never see their mother again. A family who was already dealing with the sudden death of Rachel's 5-month-old niece just a week before she went missing is still dealing with the heartache. After Rachel's murder, the Sheriff's Office stepped up patrols on the trail and Harford County is working on getting cameras installed, but the case is the second homicide in 2 years in Harford committed by a person who entered the country unlawfully, and Americans keep dying because the politicians in Washington can't solve the problem. Rachel would be alive today if Joe Biden would stop this flow of illegal immigrants into our country. This is our f***ing country. Imagine being one of their loved ones and coming to the realization that the person who murdered their loved ones should have never been in the country to begin with. It all falls on Joe Biden and everyone who continues keeping the border open, whether you believe it or not. That's exactly what's going on here. Open your eyes. Gollard, the Harford sheriff, tore Biden a new one, saying he wants to direct these comments to 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, which is the White House, and to every member of both chambers of Congress. They're 1,800 miles away there in Harford County, 1,800 miles away from the southern border, and the American citizens are not safe because of failed immigration policies. It's horrific and as simple as that. Hernandez will be extradited to Maryland to face charges, and I hope he never leaves Maryland again. I want him to die in that prison system. Fairly early in the case, investigators linked Rachel's murder with the suspect from DNA evidence at the crime scene, along the Mom Pod Heritage Trail that matched the DNA collected from the home burglarized in LA. But it wasn't until June 14, 2024 before they could even locate the serial killer. How does that make you sleep at night? Thanks for watching.